Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I am back at you again with another DIY project, and this time we are going to be doing another Dollar Tree centerpiece. So I'm trying to get back to doing some Dollar Tree centerpieces, and we're going to use one of everyone's favorite item out of the Dollar Tree, their bestseller, which is the 4-inch tapered candle holder. We're going to be using 5 of these. I think we're going to use 5 of them. We're also going to be using this candy dish. Now, the Dollar Tree used to sell this candy dish, but they don't sell it anymore. But you can use any type of bowl, dish, whatever you have. You can still find some of these at the thrift store. I actually found like 4 or 5 of these at the thrift store. So these are still available at the thrift store. I found a bunch of these. So you can check the thrift store, and again, you can use just a regular bowl from the Dollar Tree. Alright, and we also have another bowl. This is a garden dish. This is a plastic acrylic garden dish. I love the shape of this. This is awesome. This is what it looks like, and I have never seen this before. I think they just started carrying it this year, so we're going to be using that as well. Now, as usual, if I'm using E6000, I just go ahead and put I'll just go ahead and put the vase together. We're going to be making this vase. I'll go ahead and use the E6000 and put it all together, so I don't have to kind of wait in between the video to wait for everything to dry. Okay guys, so we are also going to be using E6000. We can't put these together without using E6000. So I'm going to simulate this like I did before, because like I said, it's already put together. So what you're going to be doing is basically you're just going to be piling up these 5 tapered candle holders on top of each other. So your base is going to be the candy dish. So we're going to set that aside for a minute because we need to put this together and then attach it to our base. So of course you want to start off putting the tapered candle holders on top of each other, and you want to apply a generous amount of E6000, and then putting your next tapered candle holder on top of the first one. And I do have a primer video. I'm going to call it a primer video. I'm going to leave it in the description box below, and it basically just tells you how to put these tapered candle holders together using E6000 so that they kind of sort of line up pretty decently, because a lot of these things are not meant to be stacked on top of each other, and so when you start stacking them up real high, it starts to look crooked, because these things are not even, because they're not supposed to be stacked on top of each other. So that's why I don't go too high with these tapered candle holders, because the higher you go, the more crooked it looks. So you want to once again make sure, and I'm going to be taping mine down. You want to make sure that you just kind of look at it, make sure that it's straight, and go watch the primer video before you start putting this together. And I'm going to leave a link once again in the description box below so that you know exactly how to put these things together, because I don't want to say it again in this video when I've already talked about it in detail in another video. Okay, so I'm going to tape these down. Okay, so you have your 2 4-inch tapered candle holders stacked on top of each other. You applied your E6000. You want to put that aside and let that dry for at least 24 hours, a good 24 hours too. Then you want to stack another set and apply your E6000 just like you did with the first one, and stack it and let it get tacky. Adjust it if it starts to slip out of place. Okay, so these 2 pieces have dried. It's been about 48 hours. You want to now join them together, and you would take your E6000, you put a generous amount on the rim, and then go ahead and attach these 2 sets together. And once again, you know, just make sure that everything is leveled and lined up. And then set this aside for 24 hours. Again, if you can set it aside for a little bit more than 24 hours, that would be better. Okay, so 48 hours is the ideal drying time, I believe, for E6000. Okay, so once you have the majority of your project assembled, then you want to go ahead and take your candy dish. You want to turn your candy dish upside down. Once again, you want to apply a generous amount of E6000 to the bottom of your vase, okay? And then go ahead and attach it to the candy jar and just hold it for a few minutes and let the glue kind of get tacky. And you may want to just shift it around just a little bit to make sure that it's centered on the candy dish. And you should have enough glue on here will automatically start to bond. And I think you have a little bit of time where you can kind of move it around and adjust it just to make sure that it's straight. And then once it gets tacky, then you're fine, okay? Don't put a book or anything on it. Just leave it for about 24 hours and let it bond. Alright, so once you have the candy dish attached at the bottom, then you want to do the final part of this, which is to put the last tapered candle holder on the top. Once again, applying your E6000 and then going ahead and putting your final piece on top. Okay, so once you've applied your last candle holder, then of course what you want to do is take your plastic garden dish and apply it to the top. You can use hot glue or you can use E6000. It's up to you. As long as you put some type of adhesive on here, obviously it doesn't matter as long as it sticks well. And because it's so lightweight, you know, you probably could use hot glue. And then just go ahead and put the dish on the top and you are done. You have your vase. And this is going to turn out really, really nice. Now the next step that we're going to do is you're going to take your vase outside and you're going to apply some spray paint. And that's what I'm going to do. I am using Rustoleum Pearl Metallic and this is Champagne Pink. I saw this was half off at one of the craft stores. I think it was 50% off. And I really, really love the color. It looks like a dusty rose to me. I want to try this out to see how it's going to look. So I'm going to go ahead and take my project outside and apply some spray paint. Okay guys, we are back and I am done spray painting our vase. I think it came out awesome. I really like this paint. If you don't spray a lot of this, it will give you a translucent look to it. It's pearlized, so it's really, really pretty. And I just did like maybe 2 very sparse coats, so it's not completely, totally like covered, which is great. There's some areas that, of course, when you're spray painting, you don't get everything, but it gives it an antique look. So I kind of looked at it a little bit and I was like, you know what, this looks pretty good. I don't think that I'm going to go with full coverage. So this doesn't have full coverage. It just has 2 coats on it and you can literally see through, you can still see through the vase. So it looks amazing. It looks awesome. I absolutely love this. It's just a very pretty feminine look. And this is really, really gorgeous, really gorgeous. And the garden bowl worked out really, really nice, and the whole thing came together just awesome. So this would be beautiful at a blush wedding, because I do feel like this is a blush color. The champagne pink really translates into a blush color, so this is gorgeous. Now what you can do is you can add some crystals if you want to. This is totally optional, and I probably will add a couple of crystals on there with some hot glue. I think it'll look nice. So I'm going to add about, I think we're going to add about 6 of these crystals. I'm also going to have a link in the description box below to a video where I show you how to make these, and you can go check that out. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this off camera and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so I have gone ahead and attached the crystals, and you can do that basically by using hot glue or tape or whatever method works for you. Okay, so I think that looks great. It's come together nicely. Now what I'm going to do is just add my floral arrangement, and I'm going to post up on the screen right here to the side the type of styrofoam that I use to create my floral arrangement that I can actually put nicely into the dish. So I am going to do that right now. Here it is, guys, and I'm about to go ahead and put this in. I think this came out really, really nice. So here's our floral arrangement, guys, and I'm going to set this in here like so. And I think it looks really, really pretty. And I'll try to get up a little bit closer so you guys can see that. Okay, guys, so we are done here. This came out absolutely amazing. I love it. The vase came out way better than I expected. And I really, really love the paint treatment on this. You guys go out and get Rustoleum Pink Champagne Metallic Spray Paint. It just gave this a really amazing finish, and I think that it sets it apart from the tapered candle holder vases that you see a lot of on YouTube. This looks so amazing that you really have to look at it really hard to notice that it was a Dollar Tree project, okay? Because the paint treatment is just fabulous. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and as always, don't forget to share the video, rate, subscribe, and follow me on my social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram. And I will see you guys in the next DIY video. Take care. Bye-bye.